This world is full of witchcraft. We are governed by it. Churches are run by it. We watch it every day on TV, and even parents unwittingly nurture their children into it from infancy. In fact, probably every Walt Disney movie ever made contains some form of witchcraft. And from the very beginnings of movie production, there was a very sadistic agenda to manipulate and control the masses with it. This is clearly evident in the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz, which I'll be going over in this series. Believe it or not, the oldies are some of the worst because of how suggestive they are, especially in the hypnotic lyrics to these musicals that many sing along to. And before any of you say that Walt Disney wasn't a Freemason or part of some satanic secret society, he's already proven otherwise with his works. We know this man by his fruits, so I don't want to hear it. And this is just a small example of how oblivious the world is to what has now become very overt witchcraft. Witchcraft is also used in the family as a way of manipulating, dominating, or in the worst case, intimidating others. These are the three forms of witchcraft even children could employ, that we must never succumb to, because it is evil. Sadly, many people, including a certain prince, will allow their spouse to use one or more of these types of witchcraft to control them for the rest of their lives, and in some cases betray their own family and bring shame upon their household. This is a textbook example of witchcraft, and people in positions of leadership suffer the worst cases of it, because this is a prime target for Satan. Although a king in Christ would ditch the witch and take his pick, we have zero tolerance or time for this type of behaviour. This isn't just a woman in the flesh who likes to control her husband that many of us can relate to like it's perfectly normal, but a Jezebel spirit which can possess men as well as women and has to be immediately destroyed. Anyway, I'm going to show you a list of golden oldies that were all recommended when I searched for one of them, and I want you to see if you can notice the main theme which immediately sprang out at me when I saw all of these unsuspecting recommendations grouped together. It was revelatory and very disturbing. Yes, some of the most satanic and disturbing movies of all time are the oldest ones, that most people never even suspected. Ones that seem completely harmless, family movies, musicals, classic feel-good movies that were meant for everyone, but were probably the most dangerous because of what they were designed to germinate in the mind. Many of them contain spellbinding lullabies, just like we see at Hillsong and other mega churches. And it is flabbergasting how they are able to be so open and in your face about this, yet still have you unsuspecting and deceived. This is the bizarre power of witchcraft. It paints pretty pictures, quite literally, so you think that everything's okay. It lies, like telling you it's in the name of God. It sings you little musical lullabies that everyone could sing along with and end up entranced, when if you actually broke down the words you'd be wondering what on earth was going on. But you sing it, nonetheless, in your living rooms and in the churches. It disguises what is bad and forbidden by desperately attempting to make it look the opposite, sugar-coated with a cherry on top. Look at these movies. Look at the overall theme with all of them, which continues to this day, and which every parent should utterly detest, but instead feeds to their children like it's some kind of gift. Yeah, cookies. Come to the dark side, we have loads of them. All witchcraft is of the devil. Fact. And how canst Satan cast out Satan? These movies with all these child actors casting spells on each other as a way of saving the day is an absolute abomination. No, we're not all off to see the wonderful wizard. Women don't fly around with umbrellas, or any other apparatus for that matter. A spoonful of sugar does not help the wormwood go down. The very title of this movie could get me demonetised, and we don't go drifting off into a world of pure imagination. Seemingly harmless, yet ultimately extremely dangerous and extremely wicked. For this reason, and also because I nearly fell victim to it in the church I was attending, I decided to investigate the power of witchcraft in the church and elsewhere. And one of the books I'll be going through later is this. But now it's time to reveal to you what was revealed to me a few days ago when I stumbled upon these golden oldies, which I'm sorry to say aren't as they seem. Okay, here we go then, guys. This is what happened the other day when I put in Wizard of Oz. Yeah, doing a bit of research into witchcraft at the time. I thought, oh, I'll check out this movie again, because that, you know, just from memory I was thinking that surely has witchcraft in it. So here we go. They've got it in 4K now. Yeah. And then I was scrolling down here and all of this popped up. And I mean, there was more actually, more than this. But like, there's Mary Poppins, and they've got her like flying in the air with an umbrella. Wonka. Now, a lot of you won't know what's wrong with this movie, but it is quite satanic, okay? And the Church of Satan have stated that this movie portrays their beliefs, okay, which is kind of creepy, but when you scrutinize it thoroughly, it's like, whoa, yeah, this is bad, okay. Wonka actually represents Satan in that movie, okay. He gives the children treats, and the naughty ones go into his underground hideout where they're never to be seen again, or they come out later on, but they've got like problems with them, they've been punished. And there's a very disturbing scene in that movie, okay. It shouldn't be a U, alright. It should not be universal, this, because when they go through the chocolate river, that scene, there are some very graphic and satanic images that pop up when they go through there. The lyrics to that song are quite bad as well, you know. So yeah, that movie is bad, okay. I did a video on it. You can find that in this same playlist, LD Law. Anyway, right at the end, they're singing the song, come with me, blah blah blah, in a world of pure imagination. Again, it's a lullaby song, and it's dangerous, okay. It's opening your mind to spirit guides. A lot of these movies do that. And they're mesmerising, okay. So all of these popped up, and some others as well, and I looked at this, I was like, whoa, look at this, look at the main theme with all these movies. They're all considered old classics, but the main theme with all of them was witchcraft. And it's like, whoa, this is a big deal, man. Where's the other one? Bedknobs and Broomsticks popped up down here. There it is. Yeah. It was nearly all of them that appeared had witchcraft as its theme, and yes, every one of them was Disney. Okay, I'm not sure about the Wonka movie. Is that Disney? I don't know, but look at this. All Disney, man. Okay. I mean, there's totally an agenda here with this guy. Now, the lyrics to the Wizard of Oz movie, okay. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow. You see how it's constantly repeating, okay, like a mantra, yeah? Follow the yellow brick road, and then we're off to see... That gets you drawn in, mesmerised, and then we're off to see the wizard. I've seen a similar thing in churches, okay, I've seen a similar thing in churches. They mesmerise you at the beginning, and then once you're drawn in, that's when they can do whatever they want. Say whatever they want, and you'll just go along with it. They do a similar thing with the movies, okay? It's like they're priming you, okay, for their satanic teachings. So after the follow, we're off to see the wizard. And he's a wonderful wizard. Yeah, wonderful wizard. Because of the wonderful things he does. No, wizards don't do wonderful things, they do satanic things. Alright. So who on earth is this Wizard of Oz? Okay, that's the big question. Anyway, this is how it's done. Okay, guys, they draw you in, they mesmerise you to start off with. Okay, with Hillsong they do it with the worship at the beginning. Alright. They get their band to play this amazing worship service prior to their preachers that get up, and then sometimes they'll have guest preachers, you know, who are very charismatic, good at what they do, and that's when they just introduce all their false teachings, and people just go along with it, okay, because they've been mesmerised. I've seen the same tactics in church, and musicals are great at doing it, okay. So these movies are extremely dangerous, folks, okay. Please be careful. I'll be doing more videos on witchcraft, not just in movies but in games as well. Okay, the title of this video is World of Witchcraft. Some of you may know of the game. It was really popular at the time, World of Warcraft. Okay, and when I was younger, I played a few games, you know. And yes, I have noticed in quite a few games there's Illuminati symbolism in there, and the messages are quite bad, and it's like they're just preparing gamers for the next stage. What's that one? Dishonored, and Dishonored 2. Now, there is witchcraft in those games, and the character in those games performs witchcraft, okay. You gain these powers, these crafts, and there are runes involved, and all kinds of dodgy stuff, right? So, oh yeah, bone charms. It gets like quite creepy. All right, that game Dishonored. I might do a video on that, on Dishonored. The Witcher. Yeah, that's another one. They did a movie, okay, on The Witcher. And there are several others. Oh, there's actually a part in Dishonored, the first one, I think, where, yeah, you have to choose whether you want to receive a mark. I mean, it's like straight out of Revelation, this. to gain your powers that you can use throughout the game and succeed, you have to receive a mark. Okay, I think it's on your hand, just straight out of Revelation. Like I said, it's like they're preparing us all for this through the games and movies, so that we'll actually embrace it, okay, as if it's normal. I mean, all of this at the moment is already portrayed as if it's normal, and people are none the wiser. People's just going along with it, man. Okay, we should be opposing this, not enjoying it, getting our knees up and singing along to it. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Okay, if you're a parent, please do not subject your children to this witchcraft. Okay, it's in the movies, even the old ones, as you can see, and the games. You need to check very carefully the games your kids are playing, because a lot of you just let them get on with it, and it's just a game, you know, harmless bit of fun. Yet you need to check the games they're playing, just like you need to check what you show them on TV. Okay, even the children's movies. Okay, many of you have woken up to that and to Disney, but you need to check the games that they're playing as well. Okay, because I've played some of them and they are bad. Yeah. And what makes it even worse is the character that you play in these games performs witchcraft. Okay. Yeah. Really not cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. The next one, I'm going to do a part 2 to this, and it's going to be on games, I think. And I'll also be going through that book by Rick Godwin, Exposing Witchcraft in the Church. And this is a great book. It explains how witchcraft may already be in your life without you realizing it. Okay. Anyway, I'll go over it more in the next video, but the 3 main types of witchcraft are manipulation, intimidation and domination, and then you have a Jezebel spirit that can possess people to make them do this witchcraft, and also the satanic spirit as well, Lucifer, the spirit of Lucifer. Please be extremely careful what you yourselves are watching on TV, and just don't even realise. Okay, up until now, I think most of you watching would have considered these great family movies. Yeah, great musicals for the whole family, but look at the main theme. Look at the main theme, and yes, there is an agenda behind it. Beware.